Good morning, this is Lori from To Live is Christ in Action and Truth. Today I'm doing the topic of fit versus healthy in my 30-day blog, personal blog challenge. Just to review for anybody who hasn't seen the other ones, I am doing this because it's been 4 months since I've done an actual video, and it's mostly because of my own insecurities, but also because I'm just not making time to do it. So this topic is a little more near and dear to my heart because I have been a fitness enthusiast for a long time. I started exercising at age 19 after starting to, actually maybe a little before then, because me and my sister were both heavy as teenagers, and we lost a bunch of weight together before I even graduated. So I went from a 173-pound 13-year-old to about 140 pounds by the time I graduated, which was pretty good for me. We just started walking, we ate less, and did some really basic stuff. And since then, honestly, I've been on a little bit of a roller coaster ride. I guess I've struggled with it a little bit. Maybe not a little bit. I have some certain issues when it comes to being healthy, because I'm a muncher. I like to eat. I like food. There's not very many foods I don't like. And while I'm not a heavy person now, while I'm not a heavy person now, I struggle with my weight for sure. I 2 times before have been very fit. In 2010, I got into the best shape of my life. And that's arguable because I wasn't doing it very healthy. So I was exercising 6 days a week, 2 hours at a time. This is pre-baby, of course. And eating a very limited diet of a lot of vegetables, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of carbs, and protein. That was being monitored by a online trainer, so it can be done, and I got in the best shape of my life, got on stage in a bikini, and did the bikini portion of a bodybuilding contest. That might surprise some people who know me because I wasn't very vocal about it, and I still am not very vocal about it. But then right after getting on stage, it wasn't sustainable for me. I gained some weight back, and I stayed relatively healthy until I had my baby, gained a moderate amount of weight, stayed exercising the whole time that I was pregnant, up until 2 weeks before I had her. I was in the gym, and then lost the weight afterwards. So I think I mentioned this in one other video, but I'll say it again. In that time frame, I met a popular online person, and we were having a baby at the same time. So I started blogging for her and ended up ultimately starting the No Excuse Mom Challenge, and encouraged other women to get fit and be healthy and to be a good example for their kids. So this is a lot of backstory just to get to the to where I'm at now and what this means to me. But so that was great, and I was fit and healthy, and when my life fell apart, I couldn't keep it up anymore. It was too much. I felt like I wasn't enough. I was struggling big time in my head, and so I quit. And there's other things behind that too, but I quit. And I've kind of gone back and forth about my own purpose in that, because I started the group and I had a passion for it and a dream for it, and now, like, it's been, that was so 2013 and 2014 I was in it, and it's 2019, and I haven't been involved in it in a long time. Probably most of the people in the group don't even know who I am, and that kind of makes me sad, but oh well. So as far as this topic for today, so that's my history. I am now about 30 something pounds above where I was when I was doing the group. And I'm making a lot of healthy choices. I'm keeping relatively active and I'm eating relatively well, but I'm still struggling with making time for exercise, which is getting better. But I've gone through like little ups and downs, so it may not stay better. I need to stop thinking like that. I need to make it a priority. And then otherwise, I need to, I have a lot of problems with it. I'm challenged with sugar right now. I'm really trying to eat less sugar. Actually, I'm trying right now to eat none, which is hard for me because I've just gotten down off of eating too much sugar. I'm telling this to all the world. But so just because you are overweight at all, like right now, I'm not fit, but I am pretty healthy. Like I can run a mile, I can run 2 miles. I do try to keep up being active and like parking my car as far as I can away so I walk into the grocery store and get extra steps in, and you know, there's little things that I do every day, but I'm not exactly fit. The one thing that I've struggled with in this regard, because again, I'm a Christian, and not that because you're a Christian means you shouldn't try to work on your body, because that's ridiculous, but it's like, how much of a priority is it for me, really? And one of the things I've realized, though, is that being active and healthy is a part of me. I decided at a very young age that I wanted to be healthy because, with all due respect to my wonderful family, there's a lot of unhealthy people in it, and a lot of it is self-inflicted because of diet and lack of exercise. And so I've been trying to recenter that and find out what is absolutely realistic to do in life for my life. At the same time as this, I have another idea that's been brewing in my head clear since 2010 when I did that first show. I was going through college, and this is 9 years ago. Things like that make me feel old. But anyways, so I was going through college, and we had to pick a topic to do a bunch of projects on for the entire semester, and it was including a presentation, and you were proposing an idea. And so I prayed about it, and I felt like I was supposed to do something called Living Fit for Christ, which is I made up a 12-week biblically based fitness program. And I would like to do that as time goes on at some point. Let me pause this because my daughter just woke up. Okay, so my daughter is awake, and I'm gonna try to keep on going, and hopefully with no more interruptions, but you know, life is what it is. So as far as Living Fit for Christ now, once I get my videos a little more established and say a few more things as far as to live as Christ in action and truth, it's basically just going to be a spin-off, but I'm going to cover all the topics that I did when I made it 10 years ago, which actually, even though it started as a 12-week, I ended up covering 2 topics per week, which was a lot. I literally poured through the Bible and looked at everything it said about health and the body and all of those things. And one of the things, and this actually should be a really big motivator for keeping healthy, like I said, fit is, you know, what you see when you look at the fitness models at a fitness magazine, or the really fit people who go to the gym and stuff like that. But that isn't for everyone. I honestly really do still want to get back to the point of being fit. you can be very healthy without being like super low body fat percentage, although there definitely is something to say about having too much body fat on your frame. But I feel like I'm getting a little scattered now. But I want to do video series for all my topics, which will at least be 24 topics for living fit for Christ. And as I sit here, I'm going to be getting married in about a month and a half, and I wish that I had gotten a little more fit before that. I mean, I'm still working on it, and I'm going to be exercising and eating right and really focusing. For some reason, I don't do that until it's crunch time, and then I start taking it seriously. 6 weeks is crunch time. It's like, I don't want to look like this on my wedding day. So you'll have that. So I'm striving to get back to figuring out what is realistic for my life. I don't want to be in the gym. Well, let's rephrase that. I can't be in the gym 2 hours a day, every day, 5 days or 6 days a week. It's not realistic for my life right now. I want to find a balance for healthy eating for myself, and I don't know what that looks like. I am a firm believer in not cutting out major food groups. I won't try anything drastic. I appreciate people that I know who've lost a lot of weight with like low carb. My body hates low carb. And then I don't know, the rest of it, I want to do something I can do for the rest of my life. And I guess the closest thing I've found to that is clean eating, which is just eating the most natural form of something. So like not a lot of processed foods, like boxed foods, canned foods, frozen, unless it's like frozen vegetables, that's different. But not like those freezer meals that you pop into the microwave. I don't do a lot of microwave anyways. But when I do it that way and eat lower carb, not low carb and, you know, as a whole, but just lower than the average person in society, because we eat way too many carbohydrates. So that's basically the route that I'm taking, and trying to find a place where I can be really healthy and start back on my journey towards fitness. So you'll probably notice changes in my face as we go along. Maybe one of these days, maybe when I start living fit for Christ, I'll do a stand-up side to side. This is what I look right now. I'm not prepared to do that in my night clothes, so I'm not going to do that today. But that's my plan. Alrighty. That is it for today. Thank you very much. Have a great one. Toodaloo.